Hello, I'm Dr. David Hornbrook, Clinical Director of Education and Technology at Keating Dental Arts. Today I'm going to talk about the different indirect restorations that we provide at Keating, where I would recommend as a clinician, as an educator, that you use these different materials. So let's start with porcelain fused to metal. Now, although their use has certainly decreased with time, it's still a major player in the indirect restoration world. Where would I use a PFM? Well, honestly, I don't use it very often, but where I would is matching existing. So let's say a patient comes in and has PFMs on the anterior and they break a front tooth, and you have to replace a single restoration or maybe a bridge next to single restorations. You know, it's always ideal, and it's easier for us to match in the laboratory if we can match similar materials. The other time that we would use them is long span bridges, especially in the posterior. When there's minimal occlusal clearance or minimal or reduced inner arch distance. Lots of times the connectors, because we have this collapsed vertical and the patient isn't going to do a full mouth rehab, so we need to deal with that restoratively. In order to get connectors that are thick enough, we need to go with metal. But really at this point, this is the only time I use these materials. Sometimes we will recommend PFMs on top of metal implant abutments. Only because we need to block out that metal, although we can certainly utilize other materials to do that. But oftentimes, because of where the implant was placed, the abutment, even a custom abutment, is not as ideal as possible, and so we like to use metal on that.